believe the Prince of the Pit, Apollion from Crescent City, was actually the vowed king Orcus talked about in Throne of Glass. We've talked about this on recent episodes, but Kylie and I believe the princes of hell are 100% vowed princes or kings. But in Greek mythology, Orcus was a god of the underworld. One key feature of his is he had wings. They were often depicted as bat-like, which Apollion also was described as having wings. During Hunt's dream, it is said wings rustled nearby, not the soft feathers of his wings, but something leathery. Sounds an awful lot alike. Now, for those that haven't seen my theory, I believe that Rhys was actually visited by Apollion in a dream. In A Court of Mist and Fury, Feyre goes to wake up Rhys when he's having a nightmare. The description of that is intriguing. Darkness swept past me on a phantom wind, full of stars and flapping wings. Remember that. So much pain and despair. She also says Rhys is icy cold, which we know in Crescent City when they're visited by the Princes of Hell that it is often cold and the temperature drops rapidly. And I do want to make the point that Rhys is not normally cold. But later on in the book, when he takes her to a court of nightmares and he stops dampening his power, Feyre says multiple times that Rhys's hands are freezing cold. He apologizes and even warms them up. So one could come to some conclusions about where some of Rhys's superpowers come from. But that mention about wings. Once again, Apollion has wings. Hunt says something about it in the dream. And now we know in Greek mythology, Orcus had wings, and he was the king of the underworld. To think about. If you love Maasverse theories, make sure you're following us here, as well as check out our podcast where we are deep diving Crescent City and connecting the Maasverse in every episode. And in June, we are starting our deep dive of ACOTAR. All the theories will continue.